of their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. He's got the lane, and there he goes. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. It's a kickoff return of 94 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team who just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you'd better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
So now the other return teams out there, as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson got a man. It's Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, baby, all day.
Now Wilson on first down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Right. 54 Mike. Get the ball.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 42.
You and I both know most coaches are really fearful about their quarterbacks running with the ball. They don't want them to take that big hit. I don't think they worry about that with Russell Wilson. He's so smart in what he does, and we just saw it there on that scramble.
Wilson, quick slant, caught by Moore. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
First down, Seahawks.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. Run left, run left. Right there, 54, right there, right there. You don't want none, baby, you don't want none.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Check 26, check 26. Anyway.
They'll run it. This is Procise. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. C.J. Procise, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at the 31-yard line.
21.
A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, and the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jared Reed. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now he's flushed out left. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Fred Warner in on the tackle. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on third. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Play action. It's Wilson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. David Moore, his second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're going to get, and you're going to get the benefit of a touchdown on top of it. Make that throw.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January. And got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Coleman. And for the moment, this will be a first down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Here we go. 65.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. It's Coleman here. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His 9th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
1st down, Seattle.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeForest Buckner busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely, and that sack finally a first step. And he's going to go down again. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Dee Ford, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle. And they take a 17-14 lead. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Let's go. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stop your whining.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, come on.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their play.
Under pressure, they got him again. Nick Bosa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Arik Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
There's Wilson to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 42. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Fred Warner coming off a strong rookie year in on the stop for the Niners.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And they'll run it again with Penny. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Well, that'll get them to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin. His 6th touchdown of the season. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gold with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the Niners get there and bring him down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson operating from the gun. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. Wait, 80!
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the slant.
Wait.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now on 2nd and 13. Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
2.
Now Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So with less than a minute gone by here in this 4th quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great 4th quarter.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Wilson going to hand it to Procise. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He hits his running back, Procise. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Hey, Delta.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check.
12, fellas. Here we go. 54.
On 1st down, Coleman trying to run inside, but nothing there. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop. Really good stop there by the end in this 4-3 defense.
And not just pass rushers anymore, are they? Those guys can use their hands, control the point of attack, shed those blockers, and go get those ball carriers.
You got nothing to do.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to break our fourth quarter tie.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now Wilson. That's caught by Penny. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
First down, Seattle.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They go play action now. Wilson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve, throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 12. First down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, Prosise. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Wilson. He's got the hook up to Jaron Brown. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. Wilson turns and gives to Prosise. Space to run past the 20. And he's got room. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. C.J. Prosise. His second touchdown of the night. As his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Well, look to throw. He finds Taylor, complete. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
Garoppolo, 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes us 2nd and 9. On second down, it's Coleman. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. The Niners on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Mike 50.
11.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
At the 33-yard line.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you, these division games never for the